This video is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, etc.
I hear that SF Investigates is working with Chris and Katie. Remember, he's the one who filed that bump and almost had the FBI in his ass because he went and did some underhanded stuff with the copyright board. Remember that? He was about to get his ass sued too. Actually, I still have a cause of action against him. Maybe I will go ahead and execute that here in the near future as well for the damages he caused me. I've got a lot of people that I can sue tomorrow if I wanted to. But right now, my big fish is making sure Queen Bee takes care of, handles and is held responsible for what she's done to me and her friends, because that was at her direction. And she wanted to literally destroy me, take my channel, take my money. She didn't even want me being able to buy milk. Who does that to another female? She's. So I hope she gets a order of protection. That's okay. I'm going to be getting one of her. We're going to be going into Illinois. I'm going to be going ahead and filing whatever I need to file. This lady's been stalking me for freaking 2 years. I'm over it. So it's time to start fighting fire with fire. And I'm going to start filing criminal complaints here in Florida. I'm going to start filing criminal complaints in Illinois. And I'm going to say we've already got them recorded. And I want anybody that has recording of her asking people about my whereabouts, talking about my whereabouts, disclosing my whereabouts. I want all of that clipped and sent to me immediately.
Okay, Betty, I'm a little confused at this because you're the one that posts your location. You're the one that films yourself constantly disclosing your location. So I'm pretty sure that Queen's not the one that's spreading where you're at and when you're there. Just saying.
Timestamps and links, URL links. I know, I'm in so much trouble. Oh my gosh, they better protect the border. I'm harassing them. Oh my god, I'm harassing them. What about Sebastian, the Crown Prince? Yeah, they're not going to. They don't care what they don't care what the trial is. They just want us all to go away. And if we don't listen or comply with them, they're going to lie under oath and try to force our hands. Well, guess what? You do stop yourself a fighter. So good luck on keeping this restraining order in place, especially when you tell the judge that I was only in town for 2 days, specifically for filming, and the majority of my time was not even around your house.
I have reviewed the footage that Betty herself recorded. And in my opinion, she was only around Chris and Katie's and the Bauer Sox's houses when she was there, or going to locations where people had told her that they like to go. That's the only places she was, besides going to his work, of course. And yes, she went to Chris's work.
That's going to be a tough case to express to a judge. Judges aren't stupid. I feel strong about a lot of CP's home construction sites that he knows would not be disturbed at all. So if please send me an email about that. Do you know if RV Park he was staying that had cameras? I do believe, yes, they did have cameras.
One of the things in the court filing specifically states not to use others as well. Betty, I think this is using other people as well. You're collecting information on where these people are and what they're doing. You're not law enforcement. You're not a licensed private investigator. This kind of stuff is not okay. This is inciting your audience to keep tabs on these people.
Even the easy whatever park, I need to go by there. But I hope Nina catches wind of this, and I hope she protects Faith from all these crazy YouTubers that are threatening the life of Chris and Katie and Bauer Sox. I've been gracious, putting her in the middle of all that.
Betty, that's not okay. You need to stop using Chris's daughter, in my opinion, to make veiled threats against Chris Proudfoot involving his daughter. Seriously.
All right, guys, well, I'm going to go drink my coffee, and I will see you guys in the near future. What I won't see you is at the courthouse on the 8th. So.
Well, we know you didn't go, so there's that.
My opinion, quite frankly, I'm over their felony belonging. Perhaps we need a class action against them for PTSD. Hey, you know what? I'm for some legal maneuvering and legal strategy. You know what? Sometimes coming up with crafty and creative arguments really do. Sometimes thinking outside the box in the legal realm.
Well, in my opinion, Betty is not, she's not past lying to judges and lying on her court filings. But that's just my opinion.
I have permission from, not permission, but I have the support of Seth Rogers and Seth Rogers' team to do the work that I'm doing, which is the biological father of the school.
And that's a problem. I do believe that that's a problem. I'm not here to be on Chris's side, Katie's side. I'm on no side. I'm on Sebastian's side. The simple fact of the matter is people need to leave this family alone and let law enforcement do their job because they're law enforcement. I do feel that it is a problem that considering all of the things that Betty is doing to Sebastian's mom and stepdad, that Sebastian's father is supporting it.
So anyways, I will talk to you later. Oh, and the other thing about the clicks and the views, I don't think he realizes I really don't give a rap clicks and the views. As a matter of fact, I try to dump all in this channel as quickly as possible. I really don't care who watches. I do my work whether you guys watch or not, right? I'm a one-man show. So I work my every single day, and I really could care less whether I have clicks and views. And yes, I am here for the families, not my audience. My audience is here is here and supports the work that we do. The people that are here for help and to work and to help guide. There's a lot of people that have given me a lot of different information I emailed to, right? That's a group effort. That's not my work. That's their work. And we have a huge group, and that's what I'm trying to build over here. I'm not trying to build, this conversation station, right? I'm trying to build an information station.
In my opinion, it's a misinformation station. But you claim here that you are a one-man show, but yet you claim we, and that you have a team. But in the next breath, you talk about your team and the work they do. So which is it, Betty? Are you a one-man show, or is it you and your team?
I'm still gonna be treating you like crap. I'm gonna treat you like crap. You treat me good, I treat you good. That's how we roll over here. I don't care if you're white, black, and different, green with yellow polka dots. I really don't care. That is a simple rule I have. You treat me good, I treat you good. I don't care what your sexual identification is, your religion is. I don't care.
The thing about it is, Betty, the only thing that you care about, I'm not even going to get into the racial stuff because there's plenty out there for everybody to see about the racial things and okay signs and all of that. What you want is an echo chamber. That's the only thing you want, is an echo chamber. Somebody to pat Betty on the head and say, yes, Betty. Yes, you're great, Betty. You're great, Betty. Absolutely. And agree with you. If anyone has a different opinion as you go off the rails, you scream and holler at them, you call them names, and it's blockety block island for sure. But that's my opinion.
Right? You do you. I do me. But at the end of the day, you treat me good, I treat you good. You treat me, I treat you. That's how I roll.
Also, you do care about the clicks and the views, Betty, that you do care, because you claim in one breath that you make all of your money on your channel off of ad revenue. You can't make money on this platform, or any platform for that matter, with ad revenue if no one is clicking and watching your videos. So yes, you do care about the clicks and the views. If you didn't care about monetary gain, you would not be suing Queen Bee claiming that she has cost you financially. You would not be screaming, I'm going to sue the Proudfoots and the Bowersoxes because they caused you financial damage. You care about the money. In my opinion, you care very much about the money. Also, you will come on and you'll say, this is my job and this is how I make money. And Queen Bee did all of this to me and she doesn't even care if it makes me not be able to buy milk. Who does that? But it's not about the money, right? And it's not about the clicks and views, right? Do you have another source of income? I don't know. I don't know if you do or not. Really, frankly, I don't really care if you do or you don't. I don't have a problem with people making money on this platform. I have a problem with people attacking families and spreading misinformation. And there's a lot of us out here that have that same exact problem.
And guess what? It's across the board today. But later today, we're talking about Sebastian. I'm over this. They don't have to. You know what? However long it takes, it's going to be thrown out. I'm going to sue them. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to get a payday from them. I don't know what I'm going to go after them for, but I think I'm going to go after separately Chris and Katie as well as Bower Sox. You know, they
You just said it, Betty. You're going to get a payday from them. Your words.
did this, they can deal with the consequences of it. I'm really disappointed that we have now determined that Jonathan is associated with the Proudfoots, that Jonathan is now working side by side with us, Illuminati, all them, in an effort to aid the Proudfoots. I knew that from a very reliable source that is now going on, that he most likely told it sound like what Katie was doing smelled like JLR all day long. Everybody's like, no, it's SF, and I'm like, no, this is, because even with the copyright stuff, I felt like that was JLR and SF's ear. And, but I don't know that for a fact, but this one, you know, because I could see, because he did this to me, you know, he was very manipulative to me, and I can see exactly what he's saying. You want to bring them in, you want to bring them out of their comfort zone. I bet you he used that line on whoever talked these people into doing it. He set them up. He set them up. He knew that I would catch wind of this, and he didn't care. So he's just now, I don't know if he's going to act like he's working for them to elicit information. All these people are. I mean, SF turns on parents almost on the daily. Look at what he did to Kylie Rodney's family. Look what he did to that boy out in Utah, whatever, what's his name? The 19-year-old that was the farmer. I don't know why. I'm mentioning his face. When he turned on his mother and started saying he was going to go after her and started to expose her, he did the same thing to Layla Santinella's mom, Jennifer Santinella. These are not good people. These are not wholesome people. These are people that are willing to commit crimes in an effort to aid them in their whatever they're doing online. Okay. I don't know what else to say. It was disheartening, but I knew that JLR got his feelings hurt from Seth because he basically kicked him to the curb along with his entire team. And so this entire team has been attacking Seth nonstop since that moment. And now that I'm involved, and obviously JLR being my ex, and us, him trying to destroy me as a human being and trying to help aid and other creators destroying my channel.
Wow, Betty, just wow.
He has gotten even more on the bad side of things in an effort to hurt me because he got caught having an affair with his current girlfriend, or with me. I was in a relationship with him and he cheated on me for a year with this other woman. So there's a lot of hostility here, and why does he keep attacking Seth? I truly don't believe he believes half the crap that's coming out of his mouth, but it's to hurt me. And I don't know why he's going to work with people like the Proudfoots but he has made he has decided to switch sides, and he is literally helping the Proudfoots any way that he can possibly help them behind the scenes, including running bad stories about Seth in an effort to do that. So, and he never brings any real receipts. He says, look at this, look at that, and it's never really any legitimate receipts that have gone through the court records and have any findings. And now he's calling him a pedo, and it's like, you know what? If you guys even knew who this man truly was, not Seth, I'm talking about JLR, you guys would understand that this man is rotten to the core. And I'm not going to sit here and keep bad-mouthing him and stuff like that. You guys will find out. Just keep watching him, how he acts for this particular case predominantly, because I'm involved in it. SF has been trying to get me to work with him for 2 years, and I have refused. I told him I do not work with internet PIs, and then all of a sudden he started changing and attacking them for no reason. I even stuck up for him when they were attacking him on the Kylie Rodney case, but it didn't really matter. You know, as soon as you refuse to work with the pompous asshole, he wants to turn on you and start attacking you and exposing you, right? That's what he keeps doing to all these families that don't want to work with him or decide to fire him from the job because he does horrible work. He's never found the 15 people he said he's found. I confirm that. He has found some people, but that's not, and that's through, he never even got off his ass. He found them from using his telephone. He never went out there to look. He never did actual PI work. You know, I'm not going to get into it. But these are the people that are now working with the Proudfoots and now trying to destroy me, and also the ones that had the hand in this whole protective order catastrophe on their part that made Katie and Chris and their family look like total idiots, and like they care more about me than they did their own son. So whatever PR stuff they were trying to do backfired on them, and I know for a fact it was JLR, and I know almost verbatim what he was telling. You want to pull her out, you want to pull her out, you want to take her out of her comfort zone. I can already tell you the pitch that he gave me. You know why? Because it's the same pitch he gave me. Just say it. I could tell you everything about this man. I was with him for 2 years. You know? And at the end.
But you claimed in your very initial filing of the Queen Bee lawsuit, which I covered on my channel, so anybody is free to go back and look at those beginning court documents, the ones that initially got thrown out and Betty refiled. Betty claimed that she was not in a relationship, a physical relationship with Dolly, and was not in a physical relationship with JLR. So I don't know if there was a relationship there. I really don't care. But I do know that JLR is very litigious. And so, in my opinion, if Betty keeps this up, JLR is going to file a lawsuit against her. That's just my opinion, because he is extremely litigious.
The day he's setting up the Proudfoots, he hasn't done anything good for them. All he's done is cause them problems, and they're still going to listen to him because they think he's their friend. Well, this doesn't look like a friendly move to me. You just got your ass handed to you on a silver platter, Proudfoots. Way to go. And of course, with me coming out and throwing everybody's dirt, and that's exactly what it is, their dirt. They brought it on themselves. I just happen to know about it. You know, you attack Seth. I'm going to drop some truth bombs on you. While you're lying about Seth, I'm going to tell the truth about you, and I told you that. You guys haven't heard me talk about this man. I don't talk about him. I let him go. If he's going to stay away and not cause any more problems for the investigators in this case, and I have nothing to say about him. But as soon as he starts coming, I'm going to start telling you guys about how he put his parents in jail. I'm going to start telling you about the 300-pound woman that he was banging so she would protect him from the law enforcement back in the 90s so he wouldn't have to be arrested. Her name's Kim, by the way. You know, I got a lot of truth about this man.
Wow.
Okay? And if he wants to keep lying about Seth, he can do so. I really don't care. I have the truth. I have receipts about him. And I don't mind putting them out there. How do you think I knew about JS for Justice in him? You know? So he's a dirty dog. And they can make memes about me and their private group of 40,000 people. But I can tell you, many people are dying over their whole teams because they're seeing how horrible they are, how biased they are, and how unprofessional they are. Everybody's seeing that on these streets. Everybody. It's not just a few people. Like literally all of the major outlets that used to actually take him serious have turned their backs on him. Okay? All of the people that used to have some type of respect for his journalistic, you know, his gonzo journalistic work, have completely, they want nothing to do with it. Jonathan Lee Riches will never be on mainstream media ever again because of his shenanigans. Okay? They want nothing to do with it.
Now, Betty, that is really not cool. That shaming, not cool.
Nothing. He's not going to be advocating for people. They're not going to be taking his footage. They're not going to do anything. They want nothing to do with him and Magnolia.
Now, I do know that Betty talks a lot about Magnolia. I don't know her background. I'm not going to talk about her, but I do know that she continually body shames her, things like that, and I don't agree with that at all. Also, at the after the clips of Betty, I will be showing the SF Investigates response on X, formerly known as Twitter, and also Betty's little clapback.
You're so disgusting. Oh, I heard about it. That's why I started posting. I told him every time he lies about Seth, I'm going to put truth serum out about him. I told him that to his face. And so he decided to go and cower out for a little bit and not say anything. But see, his numbers are taking a nosedive, right? He's having crap numbers. And so the only way he can get his audience built back up for this case is to lie.
And in my opinion, every time Betty looks at her numbers and her numbers are not going up and her views are not going up, she comes on her channel and does drama. And the reason why she does that, in my opinion, is because her numbers are going down. Because in my opinion, again, a lot of the people watching Betty is watching her to clip her, just saying. But then there are people out there that are truly wanting information on this case. And in my opinion, Betty is clickbaiting missing children's names and photos, their names in her titles and her hashtags, so forth. And then she puts their pictures on her thumbnails. And then she spends the entire live stream bad-mouthing either the parents or other creators and not talking about the missing child. And in my opinion, that's messed up.
Have more made-up allegations, like I told you. Him and his team make up this stuff. James for Justice, keep around all of them, okay? They have all manufactured information to run stories, and this is no different. And you know what? I proved it to you. That's why he's keeping a low profile, and he'll come up with it. I mean, look at his numbers. He hasn't been hitting the numbers that he's used to hitting. So his pocketbook's starting to hurt. And I'm pretty sure he's probably, I know he wouldn't be paying Magnolia. Magnolia's too desperate and too stupid. So he's probably just letting her do her thing to him for payment because she's desperate.
Wow, Betty. Wow.
And so it's like, you know what? I'm tired of it. I've got dirt on you. 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 And if you guys want to play these games, I've told everybody that I have no problem throwing this out there. I have no problem throwing their dirt out there. None. You know, if they're going to keep doing all of this stuff to Seth, then I'll start doing all the same stuff right back to them.
In my opinion, this is a clear message to Seth Rogers and his team that if Betty will do this to all of the people that she's had previous relationships with, she's going to do this to you too. This is a warning for anybody that works with Betty. She has no problems putting all of your dirt out there, as she called it. She will sling mud. She said it herself.
The difference is their stuff against Seth is lies. My stuff against JLR, I have receipts with, including him punching his ex-girlfriend in the face, where guys had to literally pull him off. You know, I'm friends with those guys that had to pull JLR off of that girl. They were the ones that told me. I went to the girl and asked her, and she said, yes, that did happen. And she said that she was literally bloody because of it. And I can tell you that the whole time I was with JLR, he grabbed my arm one time. I remember looking at him and said, don't ever touch me like that again. And he never touched me like that again. It was that simple. So I didn't see that side of him, but yes, there is that side of him.
But during the entire time that you were with him, you condoned his behavior. So you can't turn around now and say, oh, I didn't have a part in anything, but yet I was there for 2 years. In my opinion, if you're sitting next to it and you're riding along with it, you're condoning it.
You know, got that recorded, got that on. I mean, I'm ready to hit play. I'm ready to put that out there. You know, I've got receipts. I've got major receipts on JLR since he did what he did. I didn't believe any of this stuff before. But after what he did to me when I was completely blindsided, I realized that he is capable of a lot, and I wanted to be educated and find out what the hell happened and who this man is. And I found out a lot, and it scares me and it disgusts me. But you guys can keep watching him and doing whatever. I don't care. You guys will learn over time who this man is because he's a shady character. That's why he was a 3-time felon and why he went to jail for fraud. He knows what makes people tick. He was that kind of guy that got into your head and got your information directly from you. That's how good he was. And he'll never be able to get over me, under me, or around me. I have too much dirt on that man for that.
Okay, Betty, I'm sure everybody knows by now JLR's past. And if they don't, there's a lot of videos out talking about his past.
So we'll see how he chooses to play. But hey, you know what? I'm not opposed to going to the front of his house and doing a live there. I'm not opposed to having a bullhorn in front of his house. I'm not opposed to letting his neighbors know what kind of dog he is. Because remember, his neighbors used to see me coming over there all the time. Now they see this fat, ugly lady coming over there with a smushed face. I'm sure they're probably scratching their head saying, what's going on here? And I remember the last time I was over here, I remember the neighbors like, oh, we haven't seen you for a while. And it was just odd how his neighbor was talking to me. And I'm like, yeah, well, I've been on the road for the last several months. And she's like, oh. And I never caught wind of it. I never ran her with it because I never believed that Jonathan was capable of doing it. You know?
Okay, Betty, I don't think it's a good idea to make those kind of threats against JLR and that you're going to go stand outside his house with a bullhorn. Oh, yeah, that would not be a good idea.
And I hope JLR sues the shit out of him. I know that what he did to me behind the scenes. I've got a 2-year in one aspect, 2-year statutory statutes of limitations, and 5 years in another one. And I will be exercising those rights against JLR. He's pushing the envelope because he knows I don't want to start another action. And I don't want to start another, but I will. If I've got to work around the clock, if I've got to start doing lives at midnight just to get my day done, that's what I will do. I'm so.
But you're not here for the clicks and views, remember? You can't make money unless you have clicks and views without the ad revenue. So if you're not here for clicks and views, then why would you say, oh, well, if I have to make videos, but if nobody watches those videos, you don't get paid. If nobody sends you a super chat, a super thanks, a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever it is, you don't get paid. You don't make any money off of your videos or your antics, as I'm going to say. But it's not about the money, and it's not about the clicks and views. And you don't care if anybody watches you or not.
Sick and tired of JLR and Magnolias. I have causes of action against that man for what he did to me. And I have really tried very hard not to have to pull the trigger on it, but every single day he does this bullshit and keeps hurting this family because he's trying to hurt me. It's getting me a little closer to those courtroom doors to file that suit. And I threatened him with it, and he just keeps wanting to call my bluff. And I've already got literally the action typed up and ready to go. I just have.
So JLR may be the most litigious man in the world, your words, Betty. But I would say you are the biggest. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. Hey, you got money. You got money. You got money. The biggest.
I've been having a really hard time growing my business out there for the whole world to see when it came to JLR. But, to be honest with you, if that's what I need to do, then it's getting to the point where that's what I'm going to have to do.
It's getting to the point where in order to build your channel, you think that you need to start spewing that drama. Now, if anybody missed it, please pop over to literally DavisFam and check out her video that she did on Betty for the comments that she received. That one's a must see. It is good.
I don't want to. This is my private life that's going to be in the public domain, more so than it already is. And I know some of the stuff that I put out there, I did that all by myself, but I need people to understand what was going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about, And as soon as I found out, I remember going to Tennessee and talking to some people that knew Jonathan back when he was a kid. That's when I realized how bad this was going to get. And I realized that he was going to try to absolutely destroy me if he could behind the scenes, and that is exactly what he's been trying to do. And he uses other people to do it. He's a manipulator, But I can tell you everything that I posted, I can support 100% with literally legit receipts.
I'd like to see some receipts of your allegations against SF Investigate. I would really like to see some receipts of that.
Even his 300-pound girlfriend that he was, banging to hide him from the law.
I'd also like to see receipts of your allegations against Queen Bee, because so far in all of your filings, I have seen absolutely no proof of your allegations. In my opinion, I have seen absolutely no proof.
That was a shocker. She's a hot mess express. Again, her name's Kim. He knows that I know what the heck I'm talking about, and we're going to keep going down this. Every time he lies about stuff, I'm going to continue to put truth about JLR.
Now, I've heard, I don't know if this is true or not because I haven't had a chance to really dig into it, but I heard that Seth was on a panel talking about Betty having STDs. Now, I don't care if she does or not, that it's none of my business. But the fact that Betty is going so hard for Seth and taking up for him and so forth and so on and saying, oh, he supports me 100%. But yet he's on a panel talking about things like that, which are extremely inappropriate. And anybody that has been calling out Seth has been calling out Seth's behavior. They're not attacking him. They're attacking his behavior that he's doing on panel, in my opinion.
The truth that he's always lied to this platform about. And people are like, I hope he sues you. Well, it's kind of funny because in order for him to sue me, I'd have to be lying. You're talking about the most litigious man in the world. I want you guys to think about that. Does he seem to have a problem sending cease and desist letters to people? Does he seem to have a problem filing suit against other people? He doesn't. So why hasn't he filed suit against me? You know what I'm saying?
That is a good question.
He could do that. He has no problem any other time, but he won't with me. Why? Because I'm waiting. Whenever I cross the line and lie about him and defame him, then he'll probably sue me. But so far, we've been going about, how long now? 6 months? Still haven't received that lawsuit from him yet. Wonder why.
No one cares who JLR's sleeping with. Past, current, future, no one cares. No one should care. It's none of anybody's business.
He had no problem suing everybody else. Why not me? Just saying. because he doesn't want the truth out there. You need to think about that. That man is a horrible man. He lies and manipulates people. He's done it his entire life, so much so he had to be thrown in jail 3 times over. And now he's doing the same thing because the guy hurt his feelings. And now SF is going to go into this case. Now, mind you, we've all watched SF in the last 3 cases turn on the parents and start saying he's going to expose them. What do you think he's going to do to Chris and Katie? These people are so stupid that there's like literally no help for them. They just keep digging themselves in a deeper hole and look like shit because they are shit. And I'm talking about Proudfoots and about response.
And that's a problem, Betty. You should not be coming on this platform and talking this way about the parents of a missing child.
I just really would have preferred the old Jonathan, but he'll never come back because just like every other abusive man, you fall in love with the man you think they are instead of who they are. And that's what happened.
Okay, now we're going to look at SF Investigate Twitter X post. He posted on August 7th, 2024. I was sent a transcript of Bullhorn Betty claiming tonight that I have been trying to work with her for 2 years and she has turned me down. I have an amazing opportunity for Bullhorn Betty to help the missing if this is true. Show any proof of that and I will donate $50,000 to a missing persons based nonprofit of her choice. Any proof. She has said this out loud. So if she can't prove it and cheats a nonprofit out of $50,000, then she herself proves she is a worthless cancer on this community. Nothing but a bottom-feeding leech who is a failure at life. So show the proof, Bullhorn, because the only communication between us, besides my demand to preserve evidence, is you begging me to come on your show during the Kylie Rodney case, to which I never responded. I'll also match it with another $50,000 if you can prove I was fired by the Kylie Rodney family, as you claim, whom I still work for to this day. Here is your big shot to do something meaningful and raise $100,000 for the missing persons community. Don't fail them again, like you do time and time again. Hashtag flop at life. Okay, now we're going to look at Bullhorn Betty's response that she posted on her community tab, August 8, 2024. From Bullhorn Betty, yes, SF asked me and Jen Santinello to work with him. I told him I don't work with internet PIs. This was before he turned on Jen, and receipts are absolutely posted on my Twitter account from that time period. No, I will not search for them. The a-holes that want to question this can go look for themselves. SF needs to quit lying, and everyone can go see for themselves. Furthermore, Jen can absolutely confirm this is true. SF is a liar and always has been. He's a poop searchers and a poop wannabe PI that barely leaves his basement except for clicks and views. Betty, in my opinion, if you had proof of your allegations, you would have posted them, especially when SF would willingly donate $100,000 for you to show proof. In my opinion, you don't have any proof, or you would have posted it.
Okay, so she goes on to say, Queen Bee stated on Queen Bee's channel that BHB had sexual intercourse with a YouTuber by the name of Blank, aka Dolly Vision. So once again, bringing her friend into this. I love it. I love that she's bringing all her friends into her document. Queen Bee further stated that BHB had sexual intercourse with another YouTuber by the name of Blank, aka JLR. Okay, that's a new one. Where is your proof? I could be wrong, but I have never heard Queen Bee say that BHB had sex with JLR. I actually haven't heard anyone say that. So that'll be interesting to see how she proves it. Oh, wait, she doesn't. She doesn't prove it. She has no proof of that.
All right, everybody, there you have it. That's the end for this segment. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments section if you're on the replay what your thoughts are. Please like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that you get notices when I post new content. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Hey, Betty, the offer still stands. Do you want a lollipop? I still have extras. All right, guys, thank you again for being here. Until next time, be well.